Hey everyone, so today's video I'm actually really excited about doing because it is my first ever collab video with another YouTube mom. So it is with Jen or Riding Through It. So I will link her channel right here and you can go and subscribe to her and watch her birth control video that I will also link over here. So yeah, we talk about different things and we have different experiences on things. So definitely make sure you watch both of our videos because they are super helpful. And I'm just gonna get started before I start rambling because I've already like messed up a bunch of times and I don't want to mess up again. So my current birth control situation right now is that I'm actually not on birth control at all. I know some of you are probably like, oh, why the hell not? You already have 2 kids, you should probably be on birth control already. The reason why is because I'm actually exclusively breastfeeding Andy. And when I was actually deciding what birth control I wanted to use and talk to my doctor about at my 6-week appointment after having her, I wasn't too sure about which one to use. And when you're breastfeeding, you have to make sure that you're not using one like with too many hormones or ones that maybe will dry up your milk supply. And I just heard a lot of stories about, you know, your milk supply going away and you drying up and not being able to breastfeed anymore. So I was really concerned about that. So I just haven't used anything except for condoms. So yeah, that's where I am right now. When I am done breastfeeding or when Andy wants to be done breastfeeding, I think I will then think about what I want to use. But until then, I am not using, I'm not on birth control, but I am using protection. So we'll just say that. My birth control situation when I got pregnant with, I'll start with Riley. So my birth control situation when I got pregnant with Riley, I actually was really careless with my birth control. I think I was on the pill. See, that's how careless I was. I don't even remember which one I was on, but I have gone through a few different ones. So I'm pretty sure I was on the pill and I just didn't take it I wasn't diligent about taking it. I didn't take it every day. I didn't take it at the same time. I would always miss days and all that stuff. Like, I'm really bad about remembering things, so I wasn't really good with the pill, which is why I stopped using it. And anyways, I ended up getting pregnant with Riley, so that happened. And then after Riley, I got the shot, so I was on that. And I was actually in between appointments when I got pregnant with Andy. So they're not that close. I know that sounds like I probably had them back to back. I didn't, but yeah, so I have used the pill, which I had started when I was first like sexually active. I used the pill and then I was on that right before I got pregnant with Riley. And then I have also used the patch, which I did in between. Like, I was on the pill and then I went up to the patch and then I went back to the pill. So the patch I could not trust. I don't know why, but when I went to like talk about like getting the patch and everything, it seemed legit and it seemed like, oh, this was probably really easy. Like, you just put it on like a part of your body. It's usually like your arm or like your lower abdomen or like right above your butt cheek. And those are the areas that I think you're supposed to wear them. But when I got it, it was literally like a band-aid and I was like, how is this helping me not to get pregnant again? And so I just couldn't trust it. So I used it for like 1 cycle and then I stopped. So that was that. And all the other options like the NuvaRing or like things that you had to insert yourself or like they had to insert for you, I just was really scared of those. And I was scared like they were gonna fall out or they were just gonna get lost somewhere in there. I did not know what was gonna happen with that. So I didn't even go anywhere near those. And then after I was pregnant with Riley, and then after I had Riley, my mom suggested getting the shot because you can get it every 3 months and you don't really have to worry about it until like you go back to the appointment. So you just make an appointment every 3 months to get it, and that was easy. But I was actually in between appointments. So with the shot, at the very last week of your 3rd month, you're supposed to go back in and get it so that there's no like lapse in between. And that's what happened when I got pregnant with Andy. I waited too long. Like, I think the shot ended and I didn't go back for like a week or 2, and then I, you know, got pregnant in between then or anything, something like that. So I ended up getting pregnant in between the shot, or I thought that I was protected with the shot, but I guess I just wasn't, you know, a good judge on like the time frame or anything like that, so I ended up getting pregnant with Andy. So yeah, so that left me with 2 little girls, and they are like amazing, so I think that, you know, it was just meant to be. Yeah, those were my 3 experiences with those. I was on the pill. The pill is good, and it is effective, but you have to make sure that you take it every day at the same time, and if you miss a day, you have to double up the next day, and if you double up, that could cause the pill to not be as effective as it was difficult for me. If you're a kind of person that is good at remembering things, you're good about taking things like every day or doing things every day at the same time and stuff like that, then definitely the pill is for you. And it is the easiest, I think, by far, and you don't like get injected with anything or have to insert anything into you. So yeah. And then with the patch, I don't know anyone else that's used the patch, honestly, and I don't even know if they have that around still, but I just couldn't trust it. I didn't know how it worked, and I was just like, how is this even, you know, happening anyways? So I wouldn't recommend the patch. I don't even know if it's available anymore anyway. So the shot I would recommend. The only thing about the shot is that you obviously have to get injected with it, like a syringe, like a shot, obviously. So if you're not a fan of needles or anything like that, I wasn't, and I'm still not a fan of needles, but I sucked it up and dealt, so I didn't, you know, so I didn't have to worry about it anymore. But if you're not a fan, then obviously the shot may not be free. The only thing about the shot is that there are side effects to it, so you can like lose your period completely with it. You can have a heavier period with it. You could have like irregular periods, and you can also gain weight. I know that there are a couple of people that I know that were on the shot that they ended up gaining like 10 pounds, and they were not happy about it. I mean, I personally didn't gain any weight, and I didn't lose any weight with it, but I know it affects everybody differently. All of these contraceptives affect everybody differently, so these are just my experiences with it. So yeah, you would have to for sure do a little bit of research, and if you go in and talk to a doctor, then you can talk to them about what they think would be the best one for you, you know, and stuff like that. So if you know that you're going to be sexually active, or if you are sexually active and you're not on birth control, I would strongly recommend you talk to a family member first. So I know that talking to your parents isn't always ideal. Maybe some of you have strict parents, some of you don't want your parents to know what's going on. But it's really important to protect yourself and to not rely on condoms all the time, because, you know, if you rely on the guy to always have the condom, then they might not always have the condom, and sometimes you don't always make the right decisions. Maybe you are like, you know, incoherent, maybe you're like under the influence for some reason or anything like that, and you let someone convince you to not wear a condom. Then you always want to make sure that you are in charge of your body and that you protect yourself, because that's really important, and it's really important that you can rely on yourself to make sure that you don't get pregnant if that's not what you want to do. So I would recommend talking to a family member if you can, your parent. If not, then maybe your sister or your cousin or an aunt, any trusted family member that you can talk to. I would recommend talking to them first so that they can help you go, you know, maybe to a doctor or a family planning clinic or something like that, to talk to someone, to a professional about getting on birth control. If you don't feel comfortable with talking to any family members, then I would recommend next going to a family planning clinic or a local health clinic to talk to somebody there about birth control or what you can do to get on birth control. There are hotlines I think you can call. Planned Parenthood I think has hotlines. They have websites. I think that you can call like a nurse on Planned Parenthood and talk to them about it, but I'm not positive. I will link all of that information down below in the description box, so if you want to check those sites out, then you can. You can Google like family planning clinics in your area or health clinics in your area. If you're in college, a lot of colleges or universities, or even like I think community colleges have health clinics on their campus. So I would recommend, you know, going in there and maybe talking to someone there. Talk to a friend maybe that has had experiences or that maybe has gone through it already. And if all else fails, talk to a mom here on YouTube. I am more than willing to help or help guide any of you into trying to find ways to get birth control, or you know, to take the next step into getting birth control. And I know that I may get in trouble for this, like if a young teenager is watching this video and you know their parent gets like really mad at me or something. Honestly, I'm not condoning having sexual activity at a young age, but I know that it happens and everyone's gonna do what they want to do anyways. You can't exactly tell people not to do things, or you can't tell people what to do, because you know everyone's going to make their own choices. So I'm honestly just here to help. So if you have any questions, if you need any advice, you can always ask someone here on YouTube, or a YouTube mom, me or Jen, because we're doing this video. So I will link all of our information down below. You can inbox me on here, you can leave a comment, you can email me. I always have my email posted in my description box. I just want you guys to know that you do have options and you do have other resources besides yourself. So I know that I didn't think that I had anyone maybe to talk to, or I didn't want to talk to my family about it. I didn't, you know, want to call local clinics and talk to them about it, and I for sure didn't know about the YouTube mom community back then. That was like a really long time ago. So I am reaching out to you guys. If any of you need help, just contact me or Jen and we will gladly help you guys. So I hope this video was helpful. My hair is crazy right here. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to Jen, check out her video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!